Alright, so I'm starting off with some beef shank. I believe I have about 3 or 3.5 pounds of beef shank right now, and I'm seasoning it up using some different seasonings like Mrs. Dash, some garlic, some onion powder, and I'm having my daughter help me with a little bit of seasonal. There you go, Maylee. Good job. And I'm using my Cuisinart pressure cooker, an electric pressure cooker. Sweet gift from my mother-in-law. So I put my meat in and I got my Swanson chicken broth, 1 cup of that. And then I'm gonna add some water, same amount. So I got 2 cups of liquid. Then I'm gonna cover it up. Set for pressure. I'll give it about a good 14 minutes. That should be plenty. Then you let the magic happen. When it's all done, then voila, nothing but perfection. Now I'm gonna prep my butternut squash for pureeing, and if you want to see how I steamed my butternut squash to get it ready to puree, catch the video on the link right there on the screen. I basically steam it in a pot, and once it's done, it looks like this. And then once that's cooled off, then I'll put it into my pot. There goes my nice pot, another gift from my mother-in-law. Once I got my squash all peeled, and then I'll just throw it in the blender and then add a little more onion powder, and then I add a little bit of paprika, and then some oregano leaves, some salt. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact amount for these ingredients, but it's pretty much to your liking, to your taste. Some more chicken broth, about a cup of that. And then I start off with about half a cup of water, but I end up using an entire cup of water. And then I start blending, and I just add water to thin it out a little bit. It's moving. I stir it up a little bit, get everything in there. Get everything going in there. It's just about at the perfect texture. I'm going to taste it and then add some Sazon Goya with saffron. And add a little more water. Get it going really nicely. Look at that color. So nice. I love some butternut squash. And I tasted it, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt again to it, just to give it a boost in flavor. And I did not record the part where I prepared but I pretty much just seasoned it and then put it in the pressure cooker also. And I have some noodles going in the butternut squash. And I'm gonna add some potatoes. And this recipe is supposed to mimic my late grandmother's bouillon, which this is the way we call it in Haiti. It's kind of like a stew. It's supposed to mimic her bouillon, but I know I'm nowhere close, and I really miss her bouillon. And so in the meantime, I just get as close as I can with the way I can. And I really wish that she was here so she could actually taste what I've done, because I know that she would say that it's good and she would enjoy it too. So I've added my beef shank and I'm just mixing it right now. I got beef shank, noodles, and potatoes going in And here comes the pig's feet, and believe me, oh my gosh, it's so good. It might not look that appealing right now, but it is so amazing. All right, so I'm just mixing it all up right now. I know my pot is small, but I'm gonna make this work. I refuse to put it into the other pot that I was going to originally use. So I'm pouring in all the remainder of my butternut squash puree. And my grandma's recipe always has so many more vegetables than mine. But look, I'm gonna at least put some spinach in here. Spinach is my favorite. And so I don't like it too overly done, so I put it at the end. Oh, and how I wish my mom and my grandma were here to taste my version of Haitian bouillon. So just mixing it all up here. It's looking good so far, smelling good so far. And now it's about ready to serve. Bon appetit! Thanks for watching. Much love.